I've had this camera for 4 years, and recently I found out about a setting that I did not know was there. So this is the Canon R10. I've had it for about 4 years, and for all of the time that I've had it, I've known that it can shoot 4K and 10-bit color. And for those of you who don't know, 10-bit color is basically just a wider range of color that your camera is able to capture. So I've known that my camera can do that. And then all the time that I've had it, I figured that I was just shooting in 10-bit color, but that's not the case. So if I go into my video settings and go into the second column on my camera page, I can see that there's a setting called HDR shooting. Now for the longest time I've had this disabled, and then I would go into the third column and I would go to clarity and I would turn up the clarity about 2 notches. And from then on I just figured that I was shooting in 10-bit color, but that was actually not 10-bit. To actually turn on 10-bit color on your camera, you have to make sure that clarity is turned to 0, and then you have to go back to your HDR shooting and you have to enable HDR shooting. And then you're going to be shooting in a profile called HDR PQ. Now HDR PQ is going to give you that 10-bit color that you're able to adjust in post, but it's also going to give you a little bit more dynamic range. And then if you really want to be able to adjust your picture in post, I would recommend you go over to the picture profile and turn it on to standard. Now this will give you an image that looks kind of grayed out. It will look a little bit desaturated, but it's going to give you the most flexibility when you're coloring in post. So turn on HDR PQ if you want to have the best image out of your Canon R10.